Yeah, same. So if they want to go for the aggressive plays, at least they have the Deathly Grasp to potentially interrupt
Yeah.
and save themselves from that threat. But then they have to be careful again in terms of like how are they going to pull off all of their skills together, because I feel like for Aurora MLBB they have a lot more spammable resources and they can just like keep going in whenever they want to as compared to Fnatic Onyx.
Yeah. I think an easier way to look at this game is just first look at who wins the early trades
Yep.
of the row mid.
Get our answers as we head into the last game of this series. Let's give it over to our casters Ingan and Naisu.
Woo! First series of today, already a game number 3. A lot at stake here.
Yes, sir.
The streak of the remaining undefeated team, Fnatic Onyx, going up against Aurora, and whoever wins this series will secure the top seed as of week 3.
They'll be working towards it, and I think a lot of people too. We talked about it coming into this. Can Fnatic Onyx continue that streak that they have? Brusco just going to do the things that he wants to do, trying to force out Demon Kite to do something, even use the Retribution. Not going to happen, though. So going back to the draft, though, I got to say, I'm not favoring Aurora's draft here. I just feel like unless they get some kind of snowball going early on, they're going to have some trouble, man. Edward, we saw this preview when he was playing the Phoveus. Like, he has to be that guy that's always in the front, making things happen. Renegade can get an unstoppable force off, toss someone over his shoulders, but, you know, once that's gone, it's kind of tough to deal with.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're able to make that happen.
I do agree. I actually remember Leo saying that he talked to a lot of coaches, and the beauty of the Jawhead is, of course, aiding your snowball. But the problem is, if Jawhead is the one getting pinned down, it's not going to be a good look for the team that has it. But Brusco, on the other hand,
Brusco has a plan, and it's to get Demon Kite. Demon Kite tries to get away. He won't be able to. A Super Prince will pick up the kill, but Renegade gets the revenge.
ooh, that was a good answer coming in from Super Prince. And as much as possible, you'd want to get the kill onto Demon Kite as early as possible to prevent their initial plan, like Renmar said, to aid their snowball, to really get the snowball up against Fnatic Onyx. And so far, not a good start here for Aurora. But we'll see. Whoever gets the first turtle, we've seen, keeps winning. Because game number 2, it was
Yeah.
Fnatic. Actually, they secured 3 turtles.
They
in game
secured
number
all
2.
3. I was going to say, they got everything last game. I mean, that was probably the cleanest game that we've seen in a while. Very one-sided, and now this time around, Aurora, they don't want to get reverse swept here. Kirk going to keep UA at bay, and it looks like possibly they go because Renegade doesn't have the level 4. So King Kong's there. They'll go ahead and get this first turtle. Not sure if they can get anything else after that. Renegade still waiting here as Kirk trying to put down the pressure on Renegade.
Oh, Brusco actually casted, but look at this. A Final Slash coming in from Aurora.
Final Slash are we going to be used? There's the Tempest Blades. Also, Edward will punish Brusco. I'm not sure what he had planned with that implosion, but that wasn't it.
I think he forgot that he casted the Flicker early on to get the kill onto Demon Kite for the first blood. Sometimes it really happens, you know. You forget, but look at this.
I think
King
he's all
Kong,
right. King
the
Kong.
thief of the jungle.
King Kong and Demon Kite is such a good matchup, too. I love to see it in how they play the jungle. Even from game 1, we saw a lot of close retry battles happen. This time around, you can see this top side. Brusco's going to have his implosion taken, ejected over right into UA, but unfortunately not enough damage to follow through.
Lacks damage. Demon Kite wasn't ready for that skirmish. But right now, Fnatic Onyx, this is the beauty of having Brusco with a very tanky hero. He can afford to overextend. He can afford to bait out those ultimates coming in from Aurora, but still manage to get away scratch-free.
This is crazy, man. Look at the level gap between the junglers as we were just talking about them. You know, like
It's 3.
King Kong has 3 levels on Demon Kite, and this is the Nolan versus the Ling matchup that we have seen in the past. And honestly, if Nolan scales up way faster than the Ling, it gets kind of scary because then he's just bursting down the back line here. And that could be troublesome because, you know, we see the matchup so often, the Moscow versus the Harith, that's popped up a lot of times. So you got to be able to control, especially jungle, the jungle matchup here.
Oh,
Renegade throwing up Brusco. There's the implosion. They follow up with the Eternal Guard.
Demon Kite.
Going to be able to pick up one. Demon Kite now 2. Forced back. And that might be enough for Fnatic Onyx to just go ahead and take this turtle.
Okay, so option 1 for Auroras has to be crossed out, which is to get the early snowball here from Demon Kite. But the invade coming in from Fnatic Onyx once again. He's gonna get that orange buff. Oh,
I think Kirk's fine. Yeah, he's Demon Kite did get
Demon
the buff
Kite,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, he was able to get it. And that's the thing. This constant pressure on Demon Kite.
Okay, so right now King Kong did not expand his retribution. We'll see if Aurora will still contest for the second turtle. But right now it looks like Renegade has to use the flicker.
The toss-up! A great toss-up, but King Kong's still going to get away. Had to use the fracture, and instead, it's Renegade that gets taken out. And it's too bad as well as that Spirit Destruction will not find the mark.
Couple of pixels off. That could be the game changer Aurora was waiting for. Fnatic Onyx really anticipated that potential Spear of Destruction, but right now they are in full control with a 2.4k gold lead and the second turtle in their names.
There it is, next objective locked in. Some key items being picked up here. I just think Demon Kite's a little bit late, obviously. Again, even with the items that he needs, that's just now a Berserker's Fury. Kelra picking up the Stardom Scythe. And so it gives him a little bit more of that advantage working against Domeng here. Look at this.
Brusco really being a thorn in the neck of Demon Kite, providing vision. But look at this Fnatic Onyx. Once someone shows up in the middle lane, they can burst down Yue or Edward. But Aurora actually knows this as well. And looking at the lineup of Aurora, if you're Fnatic Onyx, you don't want this game to go to the late game. Again, this is a Ling and a Moskov that made Aurora win game number 1. I think it took 18 minutes long. So if you're Fnatic Onyx, you have a natural timer that you have to end this game early.
Yeah, you do. And at this point, I don't know if that's going to be a possibility for Aurora because they're playing from behind, especially in the jungle, like I was talking about. Demon Kite is at this point just trying to get whatever he can, you know, because when your buffs are being continuously pressured, they're taken from you, then what do, especially on a Ling here? And that's what he's going to do. He's going to sit in these side lanes, try to put the pressure at least on something, get the gold and experience that he needs, because right now, he cannot go toe-to-toe with King Kong.
Whoa.
Look at this, locked in on turrets.
Kelra holds the highest turret damage record in MPLPH history with 3.3 million total damage. So a while ago, it was Edward, total damage received, but look at this from Renegade.
Little toss-up once again. There's the implosion in between the turrets. But Brusco won't be able to escape that. Concealed play going to be dropped down. Tier 1 though. Renegade could be in trouble now as he's forced back a little bit further. But it's just too much pressure from the lineup from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. And Demon Kite can only just watch.
Well, Demon Kite wants to go right after that cart. He wants to save the middle lane turret, but Kelra again, the gold standard. He may not have gotten the kill, but he was the initial burst that Fnatic Onyx needed to bring down Renegade. Still a heads-up play from Renegade as they take down 1. But again, the problem persists here for Aurora. What can they do? How can they get resources? Because so far, Fnatic's all over the map.
Yeah, they're just, honestly, they're just choking out everything from Aurora. How many times have we seen that combination? Hang on, the alley-oop basically from Renegade, you know, into Yue, who takes the implosion from Brusco. But then they just get punished every single time from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. They haven't had an answer yet.
Oh, Brusco. He has the he doesn't have the flicker here, but they have the vision, they have the high ground. Fnatic Onyx clinging onto a 5.9k gold lead, and looking at the items, it's a clear landslide advantage here for Fnatic, and even the levels coming in from the two junglers, 13 for King Kong and Demon Kite with 10. So in terms of contesting for the First Lord, Aurora's really gonna have a hard time here. Kirk with a conceal.
Again, Renegade just tossing him up. Dominant Force dropped onto the turret into the Eternal Guard. Renegade will be taken down so easily by Fnatic Onyx Philippines. And again, it just looks like they're in a situation where they're not sure what they should do or where they can win. Demon Kite will lose the 1 versus 1 against a scaled up King Kong.
Look at King Kong's map presence. He knows that Demon Kite will try to go for the split pushes. That's why he's not going with the super family. He says he has a mission, which is to track down Demon Kite, and now the minions onto the middle lane. Pushing in, but Aurora will still be able to defend this potential attack. Kirk!
There's the toss up into the base. At least able to pick up 1 here for Aurora. They take out Kirk. But again, that final slash, that ejector is only going to work so many times Is it enough, though, for Aurora to get back into the game?
I think that's a better combination for me, the final slash to ejector. Because as much as possible, you want you as Implosion to be the counter, to be the second punch, to be the second knockout after casting those two skills. But on the other hand, King Kong once again!
Oh my goodness! The burst damage is too much! And still staying here for the buff. That's my buff, says King Kong.
3-0-3 so far. And if you're going to recall the rankings of the jungles, where would you rank King Kong this time? Because he deserves to be at least top 3. They're currently top 1 in the standings. It was Kyle TZ, Carl TZ, then Irad. I think you need to throw in King Kong there.
King Kong's definitely close. I think, as this Lord is secured here very easily, massive lead. King Kong has showed ever since he came into the professional league that, he meant business and he could hang with some of the best. I remember in his rookie season, a lot of us were impressed by the way that he managed the jungle, especially up against some of the best junglers in the league. And so right now, he's just walking all over Demon Kite. And I'm a big fan. I'm very vocal. I'm a big fan of Demon Kite ever since back in RSG, but now he's just completely been shut down in this game. And Aurora on the defense now.
Okay, now King Kong picks up Sea Halberd here as the Lord marches in the middle lane. So far, minion wave management for Fnatic Onyx is on point. Now the crucial part here for Aurora is to make sure Doming doesn't get pinned down, as well as Demon Kite, because they really need Doming here for the defense. Lord marching in the middle lane here. Who's gonna initiate first? Will it be Fnatic?
Oh,
will it be Aurora?
There's Brusco going in under the turret, and now on the backside, Renegade cut off from the team. The base turret finally gonna go down, and Edward trying to escape it, but it's just way too much damage from Kelra, and still working for it. Kirk on the front of the side. Demon Kite, is he gonna jump in here on the backside? Lord finally taken care of, with 2 base turrets down.
Oh!
Tempest Blade's gonna be used. They're looking for Kelra. Demon Kite trying to get what he can as Brusco goes down in the fight. 2 left for Aurora, and they'll hold on into the game, but they lose 2 base turrets.
2 inhibitor turrets taken down by Fnatic Onyx. Still no Spear of Destruction for Doming, so he can't chase after King Kong and Super Prince, but what a defense. That was 3 against 4 or 5 members of Fnatic Onyx. Again, as long as Doming is alive, Aurora has a chance to bounce back from this deficit. And luckily, they were still able to have 1 inhibitor turret left. This means that their chances of contesting for the second Lord are slightly better compared to having no inhibitor turrets whatsoever.
Yeah, that slight is very slight.
Very slight.
It's
Renegade, hey!
I don't think he's going to catch anything. He doesn't, and now they're going to force the fight again, forcing him in the backside. Final slash not going to connect with the Winter's Crown from Super Fritz, and now Renegade taken out of the picture. Fnatic Onyx looking to still go, put the pressure in the base. No objective to take, but they don't have any push from the minions either. They have 30 seconds till the Lord's up here. How do they manage these waves, and what do they do here?
Demon Kite has to cut the minions into the bottom lane because they don't want their inhibitor turret there to be taken down. But going back to that clash, Super Friends with actual heads-up play. He casted that Winter Crown right on time just before Edward casted that final slash, because that was Aurora's trade supposedly. They wanted to take down Super Friends, but with the Winter Crown play, Fnatic Onyx, Super Family remains alive with 5 members, and now they're going to wait for the second Lord. 3 seconds in, will Aurora be able to contest?
I don't think so. I think it's just better that they wait defensively in the base. This is going to be taken out.
We have a spear.
Look how long this goes.
Spear?
No, even this, I would say even in the spear, that's just throwing the Hail Mary. But they'll keep it together at this point. Fnatic Onyx, 10,000 gold ahead, massive lead. This looks very reminiscent of what we saw in Game 2.
Yeah. Very fast game. I think it was over by 11 or 12 minutes, but we have to look out for Brusco. He has the flicker, he has the implosion play. But Yue can also make a counter play here with a implosion play of his own. Ooh, it's gonna be hard defense for Aurora. The streak hangs in the balance as well as the top seed for week number 3. Lord marching in the middle lane. Will Aurora be able to defend this?
You're going to have to try here.
Brusco, conceal.
Keeping it together. Conceal going to be used. Brusco will be able to find 2 into the Eternal Guard combo. And now the Tempest Blaze drop down. Still trying to turn it around here. Lord is up. Yue out of the picture. And Kirk 2 tanky to deal with as Fnatic Onyx will maintain the win streak as they win this series.
The Revenge Tour of Fnatic on it, complete